What's going on, guys? Auzio here. Welcome back to a brand new video. So today I'm going to show you guys my brand new custom tactics, and they have changed a lot. 3 out of the 4 tactics are completely new. There's only one that has stayed the exact same, and that is the 4-2-2-2. Now this is the team I'm currently using. I've got 2 new World Cup hero cards in the striker positions, and they are scoring a lot of goals for me. I've also got the new Ribery card in there as well. Out of position Keyes is in there. All round, it is a very solid team. So let's get into the custom tactics, starting off with my balanced tactics and instructions. Now I know not too many people care about my balanced tactics or instructions because they know as soon as I get into the game I switch over to my defensive tactics. It's just I think it is very important to do these because if you do forget to switch over instantly to your defensive tactic or your attacking tactic, you end up playing with no instructions or just default tactics. So if you actually do these, you're not playing with default tactics or no instructions, you're actually playing with something. There's times honestly I forget to switch over to my defensive tactic and I'm playing with these for the first like 30 minutes. So yeah, these are the tactics. Defensive style is balanced, the width is 45, the depth is 60. The build-up play is balanced, the chance creation is direct passing, the width is 50, plays in the box 6, corners and free kicks are both going to be on 2. Before I show you guys the instructions, I would like to thank FootMob for sponsoring the video. FootMob is the best football app that you can get on your phone. It allows you to keep up to date with anything you can think of. Live scores, news, transfers, player ratings, and it's also super easy to use. You can follow your favorite teams and players and keep up to date whenever they are playing. They also keep track of any stat that you can think of during a game like XG, pass accuracy, or even shots on target. With the World Cup starting soon, FootMob have launched live activities. Basically, it lets you have live games on your lock screen. All you need to do is go to a game, click the star top right corner, it'll add it to your lock screen, and you can see as many live scores as you want without even unlocking your phone. They've also launched a tournament predictor for the World Cup that lets you predict all of the games. I'll put a link in the description to my own league to see who can get the most points if any of you want to join. I use FootMob every day, and if you'd like to download it too, you can use my link in the description or the comment section. Once again, big thanks to FootMob for sponsoring the video. So for my balance instructions, and they are most likely going to be different to yours as you could be using a different formation to get your team on full chemistry. For example, I am using a 4-4-2 to get my team on full chem. You might be using like the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, the 4-2-3-1. It really does depend on what formation you are using, but what I do recommend is have as many players as possible on comeback or defense or stay back while attacking. You're only going to be using these tactics and this formation for like 2 minutes in game max, because as soon as you get into the game you switch over to your defensive tactic. So yeah, it's just pretty much to make sure you can defend kickoff as good as possible. Now the formation I do switch to instantly, it is the 4-2-2-2. It's the exact same. It hasn't changed since my last tactics video. The 4-2-2-2 is amazing this year and I'm still absolutely loving it, and these are the tactics. The defensive style is balanced, the width is 45, the depth is 70. Build up play balanced, chance creation direct passing, width is 50, plays in a box 5, corners is 2, and free kicks is 2. The reason I have got depth on 70 is because I like to play a high line. Like I don't really get over top through ball too often because I usually do see it quite early, so I track it early. So that is not like a massive issue for me. So what I like to do is I like to press my opponents into making mistakes. I play a high line so I can do that very easily, so I can go for like really quick counter attacks. Chance creation being on direct passing. I use direct passing so much on my tactics this year because it is incredible. It works the exact same as last year's, where it pushes back your opponent's defensive line, allowing you to have more space to work with in the middle. Now the instructions on my 4-2-2-2. Default on the goalkeeper. Centre backs default as well. Left back stay back while attacking, overlap, and it's the exact same thing for the right back as well. They're not going to bomb up the pitch every single time. They'll only go up there if they see the gap down the line wide open. The CDMs, cut passing lane, stay back while attacking, cover centre. That's for both of them. You don't want one of these CDMs running forward. You don't want none of that. You want them to both be sitting back. They're still going to give you a passing option going forward, and that's all you need in this formation. The Ram and Lamb are going to be on comeback on defense and get in the box for a cross. This is pretty much going to defend like a 4-4-2 on defense, and your 2 strikers are going to be on get in behind. They're just going to be running in behind, always making runs. If you see them wide open, obviously you go for a crazy over top through ball, and most likely, if you have got a fast striker, you're going to be able to score a goal. Now, if my 4-2-2 isn't really working out, let's say it's like the 65th minute and I can't really do anything going forward, that's when I go ahead and switch over to my attacking tactic, my 5-2-1-2. A lot of people are going to be confused by this. They're like, why are you using a 5 at the back and calling it attacking? Well, when you put certain instructions on a left wing back and a right wing back, it's not a 5 at the back. These fullbacks or these wing backs, they go forward a crazy amount and it gives you width. And also, obviously, you have the cam and the strikers, you know, in the middle as well. So you've got like a nice little direct pass into your cam if you want to, but you can also go out wide to your left wing back and right wing back. And these are the tactics. So my defensive style is balanced. The width is 50. The depth is 50. The build-up play is balanced. Chance creation is direct passing. The width is 50. Players in the box is on 6, and the corners and free kicks are both going to be on 2. Now, the reason I have not got my depth so high compared to my 4-2-2 is because having a high depth in this formation doesn't really work out too well. So having on 50 is just like straight up spot on. Having too many players in the box as well is not great in this formation, and that is why I have got 6. I personally believe 6 is like the perfect number for this 5-2-1-2. And obviously direct passing, I already explained why it is very, very good this year. Now the instructions, so the goalkeeper is going to be on default. The centre backs are going to be on default as well. Your right wing back is going to be on join the attack. You don't want anything like stay back while attacking. You don't want that. You're trying to get back into a game. So join the attack on the left wing back and right wing back. Your left centre mid is going to be on stay back while attacking, cover centre, and your right centre mid is going to be on default. You can switch these around. You don't need to play the left centre mid on stay back while attacking, cover centre. You can completely switch it. So for example, if you got maybe someone like a Lucas Paqueta and you want him to go forward for the outside foot, obviously just switch the instructions around. I've got my cam on stay forward because there's still this weird glitch. I don't know why EA haven't fixed it yet, where the cam does move into like a left centre mid position. So having him on stay forward fixes that glitch, and the 2 strikers are gonna be on default. Most likely your opponent is already like putting a lot of players behind the ball if it's like the 65th minute and they are like 1-0 up. So having like get in behind isn't gonna be necessary, simply because if you have getting behind, they're pretty much going to be sitting behind your opponent's defensive line a lot because they're, you know, trying to make a run in behind, and it just gets really, really annoying. So having like a nice little balance of them getting in behind and actually coming short is super nice in this formation. Now, if I'm really trying to like get back into a game, let's say I'm 1-0 down, 75th, 78th minute, ultra attacking, full out attack, boys. Just go for it, because there's no point, right? There's no point of losing by 1 goal, because if you lose by 1 goal, it just means you didn't try hard enough. If you lose by 2, okay. If you lose by 1 though, you didn't try hard enough, you didn't go for it strong enough, and that is why I have got the 3-4-2-1. I like the 4-2-4. Still, it is a very good formation to get back into a game. Honestly, it didn't really disappoint at any time. It's just, for me personally, the 3-4-2-1 is just better. You have more players going forward because you have the left forward, the right forward, and obviously the striker as well. No, actually, it's different this year, isn't it? It's the 2 centre forward and the striker this year. But yeah, this is the tactics for it. So the defensive style is constant pressure. The width is 85. The depth is 85. Build-up play balance. Chance creation is direct passing. The width is 55. Players in the box 8. Corners 3, and free kicks is going to be on 2. The reason you want such a high depth is because you're trying to get back into this game. You're trying to get that ball as quick as possible. So playing a deep line just doesn't make sense. You need to play a high line so you can get that ball and score a goal. The reason the width is so high is because I like the 85 width with the combination of constant pressure. Because usually what people do when they're getting put under pressure is they look down the line first. They're trying to see if there's like a little chip just behind your attacker so they can get out of the press. But having the width on 85 allows your midfield and allows your defense just in general to be much wider, covering that line pass, and allows you to get the ball much, much quicker. Now, the reason the players in the box is on 8 is because you want players going forward. You want options. When I put this on 10, I felt like it was overcrowded. So 8 is just perfect to have a good amount of options, but not too many options. Now, the instructions, the goalkeeper, default. The middle centre-back, default as well. Your left centre-back and right centre-back are going to be on aggressive interceptions. The reason you don't want your middle centre-back on aggressive interceptions is because I felt like when I did do that, everyone was just bombing forward. Next thing you know, single through ball, and it was GG. You know, the person would score. So having just like one player on default, just kind of sitting back a little bit, while the other two are just like bombing up there trying to get that ball, is a really, really nice thing to have in this formation. Now the center mids, cover center, aggressive interceptions. You don't want anything like stay back while attacking or get forward. Allow them to move freely. Allow them to run up when they want to run up and stay back when they want to stay back. The left wing and right wing are going to be on aggressive interceptions. You don't want anything like get in behind or cut inside, nothing like that. Just make sure they are on aggressive interceptions. Your left forward and right forward is on stay central, aggressive interceptions, and that is the exact same thing for your striker as well. You don't want these going down the line, because if you have them going down the line, it pretty much means players like Theo Hernandez and Forlan, which I have got, and Ribery and Chiesa are just going to be out wide, which means you've just got one man in that middle and he's just going to be alone. So having your left forward and right forward, or your two center forwards now, just sitting with your striker is really nice, because it creates this triangle that you can pass just between them. Now, if you're not trying to get back into a game and you're trying to actually defend the lead, you switch over to your 4-2-3-1 second variation. This is just straight up better than like the 4-2-2-2 when on defense, because you have so many players on defense. You have the left mid, you got the right mid, and you got the two DMs with the cam sitting in the middle as well. I definitely do prefer this formation on defense over like the 5-1-2-2. I felt like that formation was great on defense. Obviously, it's a 5 at the back with everyone on stay back while attacking. It's just, it felt like I was inviting too much pressure. So switching over to the 4-2-3-1 second variation was really, really nice for me, because it has like this really nice balance of still being able to go forward, but being able to defend really well, because you have so many players on defense. And these are the tactics. So the defensive style is balanced. The width is 40. The depth is 40. The build-up play is balanced. Chance creation is direct passing. The width is 60. Players in the box 4. Corners and free kicks are both going to be on 1. As I said, you're trying to defend the lead. You're not trying to get back into a game. So having 40 depth is perfect. It's not too deep to the point where you are inviting pressure, but it's not too high to the point where you're going to get over top through balled. Now the instructions, starting off with a goalkeeper, he is going to be on default. The centre backs on default as well. Your left back and right back on stay back while attacking. You don't want overlap, because there's no need. You don't want these guys to be overlapping, because if you lose the ball in a stupid area, next thing you know, your left back and right back are out of position. Now the two DMs are going to be on cut passing lane, stay back while attacking, cover center. Your cam is going to be on comeback on defense as well. It's not to the point where he literally sits in like a CDM position, but he sits in like a center mid position, which is really nice, because he sits right in front of the two DMs. And the left mid and right mid are going to be on comeback on defense, and your striker is going to be on get in behind. You want your striker just kind of sitting up there, ready to get over top through balled, so make sure he is a fast striker, so if he does get in behind, you can actually get yourself another goal. But yeah, that is going to be it for my tactics. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Make sure to try out the tactics for a few games. I know what a lot of people do. They search up tactics videos, they put it on, they lose the first game and just call it, you know, call it a day pretty much. They go, oh yeah, the tactics are absolutely rubbish. No, give it a few games, see how you like it. Obviously, learn how to play with the formations, learn how to play with the tactics, learn how your players move with the instructions as well. And trust me, these tactics will bring you a few more W's in FUT Champs. But that is going to be it for the video. Hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.